The Edinburgh clubs have endured a horror start to the season, but does that horror start provide us with a horror ending? Well, back to the channel, we're going to dive straight into it. Could Hearts and Hibs both get relegated? Could one of them get relegated? Could none of them get relegated? I'm going to give my thoughts, right? Then we're going to hear Kris Boyd and Craig Levein's thoughts, because they were speaking on not open goal, whatever that new podcast is they do with the big man, Gordon Duncan. Can't even remember what it's called, but it's on the William Hill. I believe, I don't even, the warm up, that's it, the warm up unfiltered, right? Now, what do I think? Personally, Hearts are not in danger of a relegation fight, i.e., finishing 12th, relegation playoff, or hell, even finishing like 9th or 10th. Hearts will quite comfortably finish top 6, even if that requires another change in manager, which I don't think it will, but because I just think Hearts will react with Critchley quicker than what Hibs will. Hibs haven't even got rid of their manager for a start. They're currently sitting with Davy Gray. Now, to be fair, Hibs a few years ago, they did sack their manager. I can't even remember who it was. They brought in Sean Maloney, and they sacked him pretty quickly. And that could be a difference maker. For me, Hearts will finish top 6. Would I be shocked if they finished like 7th or 8th? No. But I think you can still finish 7th or 8th and not really be in a relegation fight. It all depends, late on into the season. Like, if Hearts are bricking relegation for like 33 games, but then, steer clear with a few games to go, I still would classify that as a relegation fight. But for Hibs, I don't think they'll get relegated, but I think there's a real chance they could. I would probably put Hibs around 11th, 12th, because there's no real signs that they're going to get better. But this is what Kris Boyd said. And I quote, Hearts will finish top 6 this season. Hibs, I don't think they'll go down, but they're more a fight. They're in more trouble than what Hearts are in. I think it's way early, mega early. The league is very, very tight. It can't always be the manager's fault. Hibs have been through 5 or 6 managers now inside the last 3 or 4 years. There's got to be something wrong with the structure. People keep saying we've got a recruitment team in place. You cannot keep getting the players wrong. End of quote. You can't keep getting the players wrong. We liken United to Rangers, right? And that's Man United, by the way. There's been a lot of liking to Hibs to Rangers. And when you look at these clubs, what do they all have in common? The structure at the top is an absolute mess. And 9 times out of 10, when you look at a football club, right, and it's underperforming to what it should be doing, it is the structure above. Because they can't bring in the right players, they don't make the right decisions on and off the park, and that's going to bleed down and have an effect throughout the team and into results. And I think there's a lot of similarities to be taken, and it's not just, that's just 3 examples there, but if you were to use another team in Scottish football that is having similar problems at the top of the hierarchy, you've got to look at Rangers. There's been a lot of videos to do with Coppin in the past couple of days. Just a bamboozling decision there. Hibs, Malky Mackay getting the job. Everyone's like, oh, he's took that because he'll have one eye on the manager's job. Well, if Davy Gray goes, would we honestly be shocked? Because as we've said in the past couple of days, it's much easier to appoint from within than to go out of your way and make appointments. But Craig Levein, I know everyone wants to hear what Craig Levein said. This is what he said on the question. No, I don't think either capital city club will go down. I don't think so. No. I think they can fix it in January, whatever they do. He's talking about both clubs. I think both clubs can fix it. Like, realistically, money can be spent to fix it. It's not going to be an insane amount of money. But you'd be lying if you think there's a more chance. There's not one person out there that thinks Hearts have got more chance of getting relegated than Hibs. Even the most optimistic, green-tinted specs of Hibs would think the other way, man. thinks that their club has got more chance of staying in the division than Hearts. I mean, yeah, Hearts are only a point clear of Hibs. Hibs even have a game in hand, but Hearts have got a decent recent form. I mean, they lost to Ibrox there 1-0. They deserved at least a point at that game. You look at this weekend, Hearts are at home to Celtic, Hibs are away to Dundee. Two Saturday night kickoffs, 6:45, 7:45. Two massive games. You look after this to Tuesday. Hibs play their game in hand, but their game in hand is against Aberdeen. So again, it's not like Hibs can be like, well, if you add that factor in our game in hand, then boom. But on the flip side, Hibs could win against Dundee. Hearts could lose against Celtic, which is very plausible. Hibs could go 2 points clear, beat Aberdeen. They go 5 points clear. Swings and roundabouts, folks. It's all about how you deliver. It's all about how you can get the job done. Will they get the job done? Who knows? And Hearts have also got Aberdeen to play. So, I mean, Hearts' next two games are against Celtic and Aberdeen. Hibs have got Dundee. Hibs have got Dundee, Aberdeen, and then away to Motherwell. So tough games all around. But yeah, relegation, all that good stuff. Davy Gray, whatever. You won't really know more until we're a wee bit further into the season. Once you're into January, out the January transfer window, that's when you'll know.